at 80 yards. And it's a perfect shot. Like this arrow's arcing right towards the vitals at 80 yards. When the arrow's 10 yards away from the deer, he's like, and he's gone. Like, not there. 10 yards. Like the arrow's going, I don't know how fast it was going by the time it got to him, but on the way there, it's going 275 feet a second. Yeah. And when it got close to him, he heard it, and he was, they've evolved to get away from tigers.
Isn't that insane?
Why did you needed them after stem cells? Is that what you needed them for?
So I just had stem cell treatment in Mexico.
So you went to the CPI, the Cellular Performance Institute in Mexico, and you just got hammered with them, right?
Yeah. I was there for a week, and it was intense. It was great. So so my treatment was pretty over the top. Not over the top, but for me it was a lot. I got both shoulders done, both knees, my right elbow, my lumbar spine, and my cervical spine. And they, I did the cervical spine and the lumbar. And when they do your spine, they put you out. So they put you under anesthesia, and then they do the rest of my body at that same time. And then because there were so many stem cells in my back, like most of the time people wake up from that and they're really sore and a lot of pain. And so they gave me some pain medication, which I sort of needed right when I woke up. But like by the next morning, I was just on like the Tylenol trip. So like things mellowed out really quick for me.
So that was 2 weeks ago, you said?
Yeah, it was like 10 days ago now.
10 days ago?
Yeah.
Do you feel any difference?
Yes. So I'm not supposed to feel any different for like the first month. Like, like these sort of stem cells are a little bit different. That's my understanding, at least. So they're called a hypoxic stem cell, and they're from cord blood. So they're from an umbilical cord. And I got 180 million stem cells injected, and then I got 100 million stem cells in an IV, and so those kind of stem cells they're called hypoxic, which is, I think it means that they do really, really well under very low oxygen environments. So they're able to live in my body for up to 12 months. Live, I don't know if that's the right word, but they stay active and growing in your body for 12 months. So now it's just a matter of me following the protocol, which is not that fun.
And so the protocol involves essentially a lot of rest, right? You're not supposed to train. Like what is the protocol?
Yeah. So the protocol with these specific stem cells, like because they, sort of live so long in your body, the first 2 weeks is basically nothing. It's like maybe 15 minutes of like walking per day. And then after that, you work with a physical therapist, and you have very specific physical therapy. So it's like a lot of like stabilization stuff. Like I did when I was texting you, but I wanted to get a full breakdown of Joe's food program.
It's almost all meat.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm almost entirely, that's all I eat is meat.
Okay.
Yesterday, my entire day was like 95% elk.
Wow.
Yeah. That's all I eat.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
It's okay.
For me, it just seems to work. I mean, I've tried a bunch of different diets, but for me, there's a lot of benefits to this carnivore diet. And one of the biggest ones, because I do this for a living, right? So one of the biggest ones is the cognitive benefits. Yeah. There's some giant difference between your body running on ketones, which is essentially when you're running on just fats and protein, versus your body running on sugar, carbs, and pasta and bread.
Yeah.
That stuff would make me crash, and I would feel dull. Like my mind would feel dull. And when I started back on the carnivore diet, like one of the first things that I noticed, like almost immediately, was that I had an extra gear verbally, like an extra gear cognitively. Yeah. Like, my mind is forming sentences better. Like it's quicker. I'm more in tune with conversations, which obviously because I do this for a living, it's fucking so critical. Like I would stay on this diet just for that. But then the other benefits are my energy levels are completely flat throughout the day. There's no crashes. Wow. There's no peaks and valleys.
And good energy?
Fucking great. Yeah. It took a while. I have to be honest. The first couple weeks of the diet, my workout struggled. Yeah. But they call that like the keto flu. Yeah. People call that. Because essentially,
it's a period of time when your body's trying to adapt to what you're trying to give it, right?
Exactly. And so I do take in some fats that aren't animal fats. Like one of the things I really like is Primal Kitchen's products. Primal Kitchen makes this chipotle lime mayonnaise.
Is that Mark Sisson?
Yes.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
Legend. Yeah,
he's great. He's an awesome dude.
Yeah.
And Mark makes a Primal Kitchen mayonnaise that's avocado oil. Yeah. Which is very good for you.
I think we have some of that at the house.
It's great stuff. And so what I do is I'll cook up on the Traeger, I'll cook up like a few elk roasts like for the week. and then I buy like 4 or 5 jars of that primal mayonnaise at a time, and I'll just scoop it onto a plate, and I'll just dip slices of cold elk into there. Like I came home last night from the comedy club at 1:30 in the morning, and that's what I ate. I just ate a big plate of elk and some primal kitchen mayonnaise and watched YouTube.
I cannot. That's discipline, dude. To eat all meat all day. That's crazy. I'm like, I'll see 1,000 deer in a day. It's not unusual for me to see 1,000 deer in a day. And they're like, how'd you only get one? Or how'd you get none? Like sometimes I go access deer hunting in Hawaii for 3 days straight and not get one.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
It is so hard to get close enough into bow range where you're trying to get 30 yards away from a deer. And there's 200 deer in front of you in a herd.
I have a video of a shot. I'll try to find it on my phone, but I have a video of a shot I took at 80 yards. And it's a perfect shot. Like this arrow's arcing right towards the vitals at 80 yards. When the arrow's 10 yards away from the deer, he's like, choom, and he's gone. Like, not there. 10 yards. Like the arrow's going, I don't know how fast it was going by the time it got to him, but on the way there, it's going 275 feet a second. Yeah. And when it got close to him, he heard it, and he was... They've evolved to get away from tigers.
Isn't that insane?
Those motherfuckers are so twitchy. They're
Jamie,
so fast.
Can you pull up Instagram? Can you go to Matt Miola, his page? One of my really good friends that I bow hunt with in Hawaii.
How do you spell Miola?
Meola. This guy's one of my favorite human beings, by the way. He's a legend. Really good bow hunter, great surfer, one of the best air surfers in the world. But
what's an air surfer?
Like he's just incredible at airs. Like see that air that up on the upper right?
Oh Jesus,
he's the man.
Wow.
If you scroll down. Yeah, if you scroll down, there's one. He's so funny. This guy, great fisherman, great bow hunter. Okay, go back up, in the middle, right there. No, right in the middle. I think this one. If you see it, it'll show he's taking shots at axis deer, and you'll see his arrow in the air. You see it, and watch the deer. It's going perfect.
He's like, fuck it, let me get out of here.
Look at that. That was a perfect shot.
Yeah,
and a clean miss at the same time.
Yeah, it's nuts. And they're so fast.
There's another one right here.
Well, when we went to Lanai,
look at this.
I know it's crazy.
I mean,
the arrows are going so fast.
So fast. And the deer are faster.
They just duck and run.
Yeah, it's crazy. The amount of perfect shots you've made and completely missed is crazy.
Yeah, it is. When you see them in slow-mo and you realize, like, oh, I don't suck. Like, these things are fucking grease lightning.
But they will make you throw your bow in the air. They'll make you buy a rifle.
Yeah.
I know so many people who have tried to go bow hunting for axis deer and end up shooting one with a rifle.
Well, with a rifle, it's more ethical. Because the reality is with a rifle, you're going to 100% get a deer. And if you want to just get that meat, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Because they can't dodge bullets.
If you're filling the freezer, that's the best way. 100%. By far. 100%. By far the best way.
The best way to do it. And I'm not opposed to rifle hunting. I mean, I'm
not either.
Shot a pig last week with a rifle. It was awesome. And after a long-ass bow hunt, I just loved, like, having it on a rest, looking at that fucking reticle, and just boom! And he stoned him. He just dropped dead, and now got, he was a big-ass fucking pig. So I have, who knows how many pounds of sausage I'm going to get from this. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited.
Awesome. They make great sausage.
But he was a fat boy.
I've only killed one animal with a gun. Yeah. Crazy. How crazy is it how the fentanyl these days is mixed with tranq? Or it's tranq. Have you heard of that?
What's tranq?
I can't believe you haven't heard of this. Tranq with a Q. So tranq is fentanyl mixed with a horse tranquilizer. So the horse tranquilizer makes the fentanyl last much longer, is my understanding. Jamie's probably looking it up right now. But the tranq is a horse tranquilizer. They mix it with fentanyl, I think, to make it last longer and make it more powerful. And the fucked up thing is it's so toxic, they all inject it. It's so toxic that it's so poisonous to your body that your body's trying to get rid of it. So it creates these massive sores where the drug is trying to get out.
I saw that in Russia.
Yeah, and people it's here now, dude, big time. People are getting sepsis and having to get their limbs amputated. It's really, really gnarly.
Go back to that article that you were just posting.
DA message about it.
Xylazine. Xylazine is making the deadliest drug threat in our country that our country has ever faced. Fentanyl even deadlier, said Administrator Milgram. DEA seized xylazine and fentanyl mixtures in 48 of 50 states. The DEA laboratory system is reporting that in 2022, approximately 23% of fentanyl powder and 7% of fentanyl pills seized by the DEA contain xylazine. Fuck.
Yeah. I have a weird, I don't know if obsession's the right word, but I like watching like drug documentaries and like interviews with like drug addicts and like, DEA agents, like all that kind of stuff is just kind of fascinating to me because I don't have a drug problem. And it's just interesting to me how people like will choose to go down that road over and
Yeah.
over and over, even though it just seems like the worst thing ever. But the addicts, when they talk about being on fentanyl, they'll choose the xylazine now with the fentanyl because it's much better. And they know they're going to die from it like really soon, and they keep choosing it. It's pretty wild. And if you're a heroin addict, you can't even find heroin these days. You can't get heroin. It's all fentanyl.
Really?
Yeah. I've had a few different friends die from fentanyl. They thought they were buying a baggie of cocaine and partying, and just dropped dead.
Yeah, well, that happened to a group of comedians in LA recently.
It's so messed up.
It's fucking horrible. And it's the number one killer, I think, of people in like 18 to 49.
Yeah.
Something nuts like that. It's like 100,000 people a year dying of overdoses.
What do you think about parents sending test kits with kids to go to parties so they can test the drugs?
Well, it's certainly better than not testing it and taking it.
Right.
Obviously, the best thing would be to don't take any drugs. But, especially when kids are drinking, you're fucking, all your judgment goes out the window. You're not thinking straight. You're drunk. And then someone offers Coke and there's peer pressure. And you're like, I'll try it. And then next thing you know, you're dead. If there was a method of testing, and I know they use that a lot at raves,